Hey, it's No Name backstage at Concert for Kids, K-Fog's big Christmas show, and I'm here with Nathaniel and Joey from Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats, and I really feel like I'm in the presence of some superheroes. You guys have some type of superpower, and the reason I say that is because you guys are always on the road. I mean, do you ever get a break?
No, but I'm glad you think we're here. Like, yeah,
superhuman or
yeah.
not sure.
We haven't had much of a break. We kind of went right through the record cycle, and now we're about to put out another record. So,
I mean, it's been amazing.
Yeah.
We spent all of our lives trying to get to a point where we could play all the time.
Yeah.
And actually make a living doing it. And so we're lucky to be doing it, but we're definitely trying to get out to everywhere we can get out to, you know?
Before we started rolling, you were talking about how you ride some rigid motorcycles and whatnot. I mean, you don't even need one of those. I mean, at this point, you probably don't even need a home or a car because you're never around. You're just always on the tour bus, right?
Yeah.
yeah. Well, not even tour. Yeah, it depends. Everything it's not just tour bus. It's everything. We, you never know what you're gonna end up in. We'll tour bus it, but then we've done like back in the van.
Back in the van sometimes. You just do what you got to do. But, yeah, it's funny. It's people ask us, oh, what's the scene like in Denver?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't really live there. I bought a house for my family, and they live there, but, you know.
Yeah,
no, it's great.
I live in our drummer's basement. I don't
Yeah.
even have a house.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Sort of.
And I gotta say, it's such a great thing to see you guys come out of a room and walk down a hallway. It was like watching like a bunch of boxers coming down this hallway, and you guys, like everyone's turning their heads like, oh, they're the Night Sweats, you know. I mean, it's got to feel great to like walk into any place and know that you can handle your business because you got backup upon backup upon backup upon backup.
Well, we wear those jackets that make us look like a biker gang.
That's what
so
I mean. That's
think
what it
that
felt like. I
helps,
was
you
A
know?
real wimpy biker gang.
The most sensitive
Yeah, the
bikers.
highway hose heads or something like that. Big Canadian maple leaf or something.
Are you guys going to get some time off for the holiday? And if so, what are the plans?
We actually have like kind of like you said, we are always on the road. I like kind of forced some time off. So I'm
Not
like
much,
we're taking
but
we're taking January off, and then we're actually pretty busy for most of December, and then up until I think like the 20-somethingth, and then a little bit of time. I think I'm trying to like lay on a beach somewhere.
There you go.
But then also go back and be in Denver for most of January and just, we just finished a record, but there's a bunch of stuff I still want to write.
Sure.
And while I have the time and our little studio space.
You never stop working is what you're saying.
You never stop working. I mean, in the time off that we have now, like I've never had the luxury before of when I have time off of work to just be off and be home. So now, I have a studio at my place. My wife and I are recording, and so as soon as I'm already like filling January up with stuff to do.
Do you guys have?
So
Do you guys
there's
have
no,
any?
no time off.
Do you have any like band holiday traditions? I mean, do you have to get every Night Sweat a different gift? I mean, do you guys have any kind of holiday?
Well, Nathaniel got us all turquoise stones for necklaces last year, I believe. Or
This year I'm not getting anybody anything.
You set the bar and you're like, that's it, man.
well, you know what? Actually, Nathaniel and I had a band 15 years ago in Denver called Born in the Flood, and we started a tradition in Denver where at the time we could headline the Bluebird, which is about a 500-seat theater.
Yeah.
And we would do these holiday shows, and we'd have all of our friends come from town. I think the first 2 or 3 years we had 17 or 18 bands play.
Wow.
People would just get up and play 2 or 3 songs with
We would provide all
backline.
backline.
And it was like a variety show. We had, some local comedians and emceeing, and it was this big thing. It was like the office holiday party kind of, it was everybody in Denver. But we've kept doing that, and now we just do a regular show. But it's parlayed into like much bigger theater, and we do 2 nights in Denver. So that's kind of our real holiday tradition is
That's
to go
awesome,
home and
man.
play 2 nights in our hometown.
That's super cool. And real quick, I want to hit on something that you guys are doing for the Bay Area. Of course, the North Bay fires affected a ton of my friends, people I've known forever. Their family's house is burnt down to ash, and K-Fog, we raised a ton of money to help out, and we're committed to helping everyone out in the North Bay to recover. But you guys, out of all the bands that I know, I mean, they're doing a bunch of series of shows locally, and a lot of bands are stepping up. But you guys are doing something really special, kind of above and beyond what most bands are doing. From my understanding, you're specifically helping out undocumented people that live in the North Bay that they don't have insurance. They have nothing. They can't get access to federal aid because their citizenship is kind of a gray area.
Well, yeah, I mean, a tragedy like this affects it kind of like wipes away a class system or any differences we have because it affects everybody. Our booking agency is based in Sausalito, and our booking agent his dad actually, his parents lived in Santa Rosa. His dad wrote an editorial that was picked up by CNN that I read recently, and that's one side of it. You know, they were more affluent, you know, and they have means, and they're going to be okay, but they lost everything.
But for the other
and then you
people
have people with no recourse at all, you know, that also lost everything, and they don't have anywhere to turn. So our hearts definitely go out to all those folks, and anything we can do to.
And also, there's such a struggle for people who are trying to make it to this country to try to make something good out of their life, and the red tape that we try to put up for those people when none of us are from here, for the most part, you know, seems a little ridiculous. So, always want to try to. I mean, I'm definitely into a world without borders. So, you know, we'll see. Hopefully, we can get there someday. So.
Yeah. No, I just thought that was kind of like just a very cool kind of angle, you know. Because that devastation is just massive, you know, and it's just it's going to take a long time for all the North Bay recovery efforts to kind of, you know, really get people back on their feet. So if you're watching this in the North Bay, man, these guys are stepping up for you, which is super awesome. So I just want to kind of give you props for that, man.
Thanks, man.
And let's just take care of business. I know you got a new record done. You're going to be tweaking on that for the new year. What else is on the horizon? Just more touring, new record?
Yeah, more touring, new record, and...
There's no babies coming into the Night Sweats. There's no weddings.
There was a baby last year. There's been a divorce. I mean, I'm pretty stable personally, so I feel pretty good about that.
Nathaniel had a very, very strong reaction to that no babies. He's like, there better be no babies in the new year.
I mean, I sometimes want one, but then I'm like, you know.
Yeah, there's time for that, man.
Then you hang out at my house for about 30
I'm
minutes.
I'm almost 40.
Yeah, there's time, man. Trust me.
Yeah.
I got plenty of friends that are 40 that still haven't have kids. There's plenty of time.
Yeah, but then there's all that other stuff you miss out on.
Yeah, I mean, I got 2 kids. I got an 11 and 12-year-old, and I will say this, that the longer you wait, the more exhausting it is. All my friends who had kids in their 20s,
Dude,
I look at them now, and I'm like, oh.
My daughter's about to be 15, and my son's about to be 4. So when my daughter was
I got a
young,
stepdaughter
I was a lot
that's about
younger.
to be
I had a crazy amount of energy then that I don't have now.
Yeah, I have a stepdaughter that's about to be 22, so, you know.
Yeah.
Doesn't even live at home anymore, so.
There you go. You know, and
I got the feeling.
And the thing you have to realize, we were talking about motorcycles before, you know, when you have kids, that's where all your fun money goes to your kids. So, you know, maybe get a couple more choppers, a couple more bobbers, maybe a hot rod or 2.
You always end up having to sell that stuff, though. So.
It is true, but you got it. It's kind of like, you know, it's like when you have a nice gold chain. You know, if you ever need the money, you got the chain. It's like the money's not in the bank, but it's on the 4 wheels. Yeah. You know?
Exactly.
All right, it's Nathaniel Rateliff and Joey from Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats backstage at K-Fog's Concert for Kids. Guys, thanks so much for stepping up and helping out Bay Area youth. This concert benefits UCSF Benioff Children's Hospitals and Toys for Tots. So you're doing great for the Bay Area, and much continued success, man. You guys are awesome.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, man. Pleasure.